Well, welcome to another edition of Summa Social Elite, hosted by yours truly, Donna Newman of Summa Social. To set your first quarter off of 2013 off with a bang and to really ensure that you've got some action and gusto behind your goals, we have put together that SMART series that we've been talking about for the last 3 weeks. And today, that topic's theme is the fourth in our 5-part series. That is 5 smart New Year's resolutions for social media. And that is strictly from concept to action so that you guys can literally return to work with some actionable items and have some great results. Every week then, for a total of 5 weeks, I'm dedicating this webinar to tips and examples which you can actually do something with. And today, we're featuring the R of SMART, which is for relevant. But before we head into the spotlight of relevant, let's recap our 5 SMART resolutions. S stands for specific, so that you can drive more targeted traffic and get you new customers. M stands for measurable. Social media marketing is no longer in the leprechaun and unicorn category. And if you missed that, you definitely want to tune in to that particular edition because the ROI of social media is tangible. And then we look at A for achievable. This really starts with a realistic plan, making sure you've got stretch goals, but you can achieve them because you have specific steps in place to help you get there. R, which is today's topic, is all about the social peer influence that's driving buying decisions. And as we all know from our own experience, it is videos. It is engaging content that we would much prefer as a general community across all ages. We'd much prefer to watch videos and be influenced on our decision than to be talked at, to be reading a PDF or a long book. We want to be watching engaging, entertaining content. And then finally, next week, we're going to wrap it up with giving you some time management because really time management is a key attribute of social media success. And a heads up here, as we're going into relevant, you may have some questions throughout our time together. And sometimes you've got a pressing question that you know you are going to forget come the end of our time. So feel free to go ahead and look at the header that is titled questions. You'll see the arrow. Click on it. It'll drop down and allow you to fill in the blank with your specific question. And then as we head into our final moments together, I'll go ahead and read them and respond to them. This is an image that I put together last week because I really think it's relevant when it comes to understanding why in the world do we want to do social content in the first place. And this to me is very appropriate because this is the food chain. This is where the internet is changing the way people buy and consume. That's your targeted audience. That's your current client base. So think of it this way. Social media sites are really the bread and butter of internet search engines. And now picture yourself as that minnow. And then we have the middle fish, which are the search engines, Google, Bing, Facebook, YouTube, and they're looking to eat you or your minnows, which is your content. And then the biggest fish is the consumer, searching for your content that only a search engine can provide. So you as the minnow or your content as the minnow, you've got to feed the search engines with content. And obviously the better the quality of the content or the content most eaten is content that is compelling, shareable, and persuasive. And guys, that is namely videos. Because we live in such a video-generated community, you're finding that most people are looking to learn how to do something. They go to YouTube. If they're wanting to have reviews, maybe on a product, maybe on a service, maybe about you, they are first going to watch a video testimony long before they're going to read it. So videos is edutaining. It's educational because it gives them what they're wanting, but it also entertains them. And that's really the two needs, the biggest needs that your target audience is asking for when they want to have content delivered to them. This reminds me, this is actually one of my favorite social media cartoonists. This is how a lot of people look like, whether it's me dealing with people one-on-one or I'm working with an enterprise client. People around the boardroom are saying, okay, so what do we got to do to make that go viral again? And it's really telling because they're looking at their spreadsheet or their bottom line and they're saying, okay, so my actual income and sales, ooh, that's a little bit plummeting or it's plateaued. And the forecast, wow, sky's the limit. But rather than being pie in the sky, I really wanted to give you some specific tactics. And I highlighted this in our first video, which was the S of specific. But I really wanted to drill this down a little bit more because the asset of a video is so important in today's economy when you are talking about your product, your service. This is something you want to do and you want to master it simply. In order to go viral, it's all about the backbone to viral is actually understanding what are the keywords that my prospects are actually searching for. And then what are the keywords that in their search for that industry would allow my content to be on the top of the search results and they would choose me. And that one of the things is all about videos. So I really want to hone this down for you. I'm going to give you a list of 6, and then I'm going to showcase exactly the list relative to a video that I have loaded up. And videos can be testimonials from one of your clients. They can be a nice book trailer or a trailer about your product that teases people and gets them excited to want to purchase your book, purchase your product. It could be showcasing your service if you are in real estate and you want to demonstrate, let's say your target market is real estate and you are an educational service that provides them an opportunity to renew their hours. Well, one of the things you'd want to do is to be able to showcase in your video what allows you, amidst your competition, to stand out. Maybe you do 24/7. Maybe your classes are online so that they don't have to sit in a 9-to-5 tough chair, but they can actually be in their pajamas and do it 24/7. Whatever it is, having videos allows you to better edutain your target audience. So here's the backbone. When you're uploading to YouTube, I found so often that people load up a video, put a little working title on it, and they call it done. However, that might look cool that you've got all these videos listed on your YouTube channel, and maybe occasionally you link to them off your website, but ain't nobody going to be able to find them because you do not have them listed with specific keywords and you don't have description in there to really identify the benefits of tapping or clicking onto your content. So here we go. I'm going to list these in order. Title with keywords. Keywords refer to either a single word or a compound word or even a phrase. And when you're loading up a video inside of YouTube, you can put more than 68 characters in the title. However, only 68 characters will show when your video is listed as an option on a search result. And then there is an ellipse, ... So the first 68 characters are the most important to be able to identify what the importance is to a user in clicking on your content. If it's not engaging, if it's not full of action words, if it's not keywords that identifies one of their pain points and you being the solution, they will skip over you. Second, in the description, you first want to add your URL. And the reason is if they actually are intrigued by your keywords but don't want to click on your content, they will see in the description the first 2 lines, but the very first part of that 2 lines will be your website. So for additional information, they will immediately see the http://www.summasocial.com. Pretty important here too, don't just put summasocial.com like you see here in the bottom, but go ahead and put the http://www. Because then inside of your description, that URL will be hot linked. If they're interested, they can click on it and immediately go to your asset. Following that, inside of the description box, you're going to want to add keywords. First of all, obviously, you want to make it conversational. Don't make it academic. Nobody wants to be boringly trained. Nobody wants to be told what to do. They want to be shown. And when you show something to someone and how they can do it, you use engaging words. You use conversational words. Use action words, not linking like is, was, were, will be, but action words: boost, increase, etc. Things that are tangible benefits to them. Then at the very bottom of your description, make sure you put a call to action or a contact email. For further information, go to donna@summasocial.com and then put your business or maybe your direct phone number so that they can get in touch with you. Also inside there, encourage them to like you. Like the content in this video, like us on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, join us on Pinterest. Here you are incentivizing them to check you on different sites so that you can actually connect with them. And everybody's personality is different. Some people love to be on Facebook. Some people much prefer Twitter. Some people now far prefer Pinterest because of the engaging content. And then finally, what YouTube asks you to do is to go ahead and add tags. And again, oftentimes this is overlooked. Tags are something that you will want to experiment with a little bit. When you are looking, tags are your keywords. When you are looking to put in tags, you need to identify tags from two different vantage points. First, think about how do you want people to find you? What keywords are important for you? Well, obviously my name is Donna Newman. Obviously Summa Social is important. But then I want to have it for the industry of social media. Specific to that is how to convert social media to bottom line dollars. I want that keyword phrase to be identified as me being the solution to it. Then the second vantage point you need to look at is, if I were to populate those keywords within a Google search, what would be the listed items that would come up on the top 8 results? First of all, look for your name. What comes up? Does anything of value come up? Does somebody else share your name? That's important. The goal, obviously, is to have the entire 8 items up there with your content. Second, look at your keywords, such as, for me, it's social media. What comes up when social media is listed on? Is that something that I might have one of my assets in the top 10? If I were to put in the keyword phrase, how to convert social media for bottom line results, do I come up within the top 5 of those search results? And if I don't, I want to look at who else is and why are they? Are they using better keywords? And if I do, what's the company I'm keeping with the other 7 search results? This is very important because you want to know what is everybody else seeing when they're putting in general content for your industry and then specific content to find you. So here, I'm going to give you a walkthrough. This is the public view, and this is how you organically SEO your video so that you're going to be brought up as a search option within any traditional search engine like a Google, a Bing, and then specific to a YouTube, because people go to YouTube to search for how-to videos. First thing is the title. And you can see the title that I put in. My keywords and the keyword phrase is Pinterest for business. People don't want to use Pinterest just for fun because honestly, you can get lost for hours on Pinterest. It is way too engaging of a platform. But Pinterest for business is definitely intriguing. And then anytime you put a how-to, people look literally for how-to videos. And then because the ROI of social media is pretty nebulous, I give them a specific outcome. How to succeed on social media, on this social media platform. So I've got multiple keywords. I have an outcome identified, how to succeed. And then I have a buzzword phrase that I know people are going to be looking for, because when they do go to Pinterest, it's not for business. They get lost in personal. but they want to use it for business and they just don't know how. So this will come up as their search option. Second is the URL. You can see right over here under number 2, it will list the date that my webinar was published, but the very first thing I put in there is my http://www.summasocial.com hyperlink, but also only the first 2 to 3 lines of my content are going to be appearing on the search result for any search engine. So now I've got an opportunity to have my catchy phrase that's going to get me into the search results. Second, if for any reason something goes awry or they want to investigate me further, they've got my URL. And then number 3, we're going to talk about keywords in the body of the text. This is where, again, you need to identify what do you want to be known for and what are people really searching for. And you want to come towards a meeting in the middle there because you want your keywords to be found. And how you go about even identifying the vantage point of what you think you want to be known for versus what people are searching for is to figure out what are the benefits of your business. What value do you legitimately give your end user? Think of them in terms of keywords. Well, I bullet, bullet, bullet. And with those bullets then, those become your keywords. Put them into search engine and see what content comes up. I often like to be able to identify, because I do a lot of training, I want to let them know exactly what they're going to be learning in this video so that it justifies them watching in the first place. You're going to get this takeaway, this, and absolutely that. And this way, I also let them know with this, I've packed this webinar. I don't want to just give people a context of content. I want to actually give them some action items. I found that a lot of people are saying that that's one of the reasons why they love to follow us at Summa Social and be a part of us is because we not just tell you what to do, we show you how to do it. And we give you exact examples for you to follow, customize for yourself, and then you get a similar outcome. Then we look at number 4, the contact. You can see the call to action contact down below for more information on how Summa Social can help you better market your business. So I've identified an outcome that if they were to choose us is they can go to my website, they can like us on social media, and that kind of plays a little bit into number 5. We want to definitely put the social media platforms there. Like us on Facebook, get results with Donna's blogs. I put a lot of my blogs and then my industry articles that I write for a lot of magazines and journals on my LinkedIn profile. So here, if you've got a blog, if you've got a website, if you're a realtor and you've got an MLS link, pop it in there and let people have the free search because everything branded within that search is going to be your face, your contact information. If there's any additional videos you might want them to check out, etc., certainly that would be the place for it. And then, of course, do not forget a phone number. You might also even want to add your address if that's important for you to have that physical address. And then finally, number 6, you won't see it on this side because this is the public side, but you will see it in the next slide. This is where you definitely want to make sure you add some tags. And tags, again, are the key words. So you identify what you want people to be searching for, and those keywords will help pull up this particular video. So here you have the keywords, and you definitely want, when you're looking for relevant keywords, you want to talk about the title, you want to talk about the description. You want to make sure that your call to action is inside of your description with words, with phrases, with your social media contacts, links, and also with your information so that if they want to go to your address, call you on the phone, send you an email, they're going to be able to do it by simply looking at your video description. And relevant tags. This is very important because you want to make sure that when your content, you want to make sure your content's found in the first place, but you want to make sure that if there are keywords or keyword phrases being pulled up in a search engine, that you are one of those options and they can identify your content. And then if you've got any questions, feel free to go ahead and fill in our question box. There was a couple from last week, and last week we talked a little bit about a lot of blogs. And this is relevant for YouTube as well. Because I got so many questions, I thought I would really address it. People were struggling between what's called short tail and long tail keywords. Now, you could say that this would be relevant for LinkedIn, YouTube, any blogs, any Facebook posts, any photograph albums that you upload or videos you upload inside of Facebook, anything that you put on Pinterest. You're always going to need what's referred to as a short tail or a long tail. Short tail are highly competitive keywords. These are keywords such as social media. Everybody's going to be searching for social media, but not everybody can be one of those top 8 results. So that's a pretty competitive short tail keyword, compound keyword that I would try to be known for, but man, there's a much bigger audience out there than a much bigger resources out there than even myself. So I'm going to look more at long tail. And social media would be my competitive short tail. But remember, I said how to succeed using social media marketing. Now that would be a long tail because I'm using the how to and I'm using succeed and I'm making it more niche specific. So social media is good to be known for, but there's a lot going on in that industry. And specific that I really want to hit my targeted audience. And I want to work with people that I can show them how to make a difference in their own business using tactics for social media marketing. So that's why it's important to come up with your long tail, because fewer people are going to be competing for that. And really, you're going to drill down into your target audience. Then short tail creates an uglier profile. That just means that it's going to be harder for you to kind of meet the needs of everybody. You can't serve many masters. You can only serve one master. So allow your efforts to be directed and intentional. On the opposite side, over there with long tail, it is easy to rank number 1. It's easier to come up in one of the top 8 search results of the search engine, because you are more niche specific and you're identifying the specific pain point someone would have, and then you and your relevant content are the solution. Here you are, increase the search results. Okay, so if you're wanting to be known for social media and you're looking for other social media out there, there's a lot of options of social media. But what about social media? We have to make it more specific. Well, the more specific you are with a longer tail of a keyword or a keyword phrase, the fewer search results that will be generated producing your content. But again, remember, you don't need to boil the ocean. That was kind of what one of my greatest mentors would always tell me when I would spread myself too thinly. You don't need to boil the ocean. You need to be specific about your beach, put your flag out, and enjoy. So there'll be less search results with your content in it. But again, the people looking for your content have a pain point, and you are now being specific and able to give them the exact result. You're a realtor? Well, then you've got search results or listings within, if you're living in Scottsdale, it might be True North, it might be Miranda, it might be DC Ranch. If you happen to be an author, and there's one of our clients on the line, a Christian author. Well, she doesn't want to just to appeal to women's issues. She wants to be specific to her title, which would be people who are interested in Bathsheba or women's Bible studies or stories. And when you really niche your long tail competitive words down, you are going to have fewer search results that you're going to appear in, but intentional results that they're going to be more likely to convert and utilize your services. And the same goes with clicks. You're going to have more relevant clicks coming into your content because people are intentionally searching for you, but now you've appeared as the answer and responsive to them. So that is one of the most important things when it comes to putting together keywords, knowing that a keyword is exactly that. It's a single word or it's a phrase referred to as a short tail or a long tail. And the more specific you are, the more you are identifying and drilling down your target audience. So this is something that you definitely want to put into action when it comes to anything that you're putting on the internet. Let's just keep it at that. And anytime that you are interested in reading a little bit more, wanting a few more resources, feel free to check out our blogs, our industry articles, watch any of our videos, and certainly be on the lookout for all of our postings and Summa Social. And oftentimes I go over to the group Summa Social Elite and I post our videos in there and really good industry articles that keep you top of your game, give you insight, but really give you action items so that if you implement them, you're going to be successful in your own industry. So if you have any future questions, guys, feel free to go over to the Summa Social Elite group inside of Facebook, or go into Facebook and type in Summa Social, that's with 2 M's. Post any of your questions either as a message on our Facebook page or on the wall, and I'd be glad to follow up with you. I sure appreciate the privilege that you came on today. And remember that you can actually do something with these tactics. Literally today, I would go into your YouTube channel, I would bring up and I would edit every single video. And then when you have edited one video, go into Google, type in the keywords from your title, and see exactly how your option comes up on the top of the search results. Take a screenshot of that, and that will be what you will always weigh yourself against. This is how you're going to appear to others. And you want to make sure that how you're appearing to others is in alignment with your brand or specific to how you want the results to appear. So thanks again, everyone, for joining us. Have a wonderful afternoon.